We're back.
We're back.
Two.
Round 2, episode 2. Welcome
Round
back,
2,
Richard.
Episode 2.
Well, actually, would it be
earlier.
episode? It would be episode 2.5.
Go with that then. The first one we did was myself, Justin, and Gino Mini. We talked about his career and everything like that. And that is up on YouTube.
Great interview, by the way. Great interview. Great interview. Yep. Oh, and by the way, Merry Christmas, everybody. This will be the last time you see us till after Christmas.
He's a cookie monster.
Well, I mean, look at Richard too, but
But we're back for round 2.5 to talk about the weekend recap. A lot of good games this weekend.
We just gotta start from the top. I mean, I don't know who did I have for winning those games, by the way, Richard. I had Monroe. I had Port Huron with a split, which we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah, let's put a little asterisk next to that.
Who all played this weekend? Because my phone is dying.
So
I wish there was a way you could pull up another screen on here to kind of show the fans. Yeah. Anyways.
You had Bears.
Who swept the weekend?
Topeka.
Did they split? Oh, they won in overtime last
Both nights. Monroe, all 3 nights. You took Port Huron split. We're going to get to that in a minute. You took the Thunderbirds.
There we
go. You took the Rock Lobsters. So did I, but they split.
They did.
And Indiana and Watertown split.
Yes.
I think let's start there. I think let's start at the bottom and work our way up. Who knew Indiana started off bad, very bad this week at the beginning of the season? Now look at them. They're catching on fire, smoldering. I don't know the proper term. I don't want to. I got to give credit where credit due. They're coming around that curve, but
they got a new look. They got a new look going. Big time.
Yeah, they got a new vibe. But I give them credit. Winning in their barn. Winning at home.
First home game. First win at home.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. Congratulations.
I mean, what does it say who the starting goaltender was?
I don't know. But I gotta give them props for that. Winning your first home game at home against Watertown.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, Watertown's they're not a pushover.
You know, I wish I had the stats for everything on here, and my phone is down to 13%. I could probably charge it in here somewhere and then pull it up.
Yeah.
But you got it. I think you got it, right?
No,
Whoa! The yawn, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's the yawning monster's getting a hold of me. I just got the standings. That's all I got up right now. It's the standings.
And Topeka holds third place.
Yeah, by 4 points separates us between Topeka and Port Huron.
So how many points does Indiana have on the season? They went from 1 point when Port Huron first played them. 1 point. Mm-hmm. Where are they at today?
17.
Woo!
5-15-2.
And I don't know who they have coming up, but they do have Port Huron in 2 weeks.
I could tell you who they got. They got the team that we just beat, the Blue Ridge Bobcats.
Who? We'll discuss that later.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's. Then you got. We both took the Rock Lobsters to win. They both split. That was intriguing.
So we took a win and a loss on that.
Oh,
Woo!
oh, Jeepers Creepers, people.
Wow.
Twin Cities and the Ice Cat. I took Ice Cats both, and you took the Thunderbirds. And they
Who
won.
swept the weekend.
Yep. Let's go with Monroe against the Biloxi Breakers. A lot of penalties. I didn't really catch it. They had 3 games that whole weekend, and they won all 3. I think that was pretty cool.
With the Tucker Scantleberry suspension.
Yeah. Then you got Topeka and the Zydeco. And I think Topeka won all 3, or won all both in overtime, both nights. Then you got the Bears and the Hat Tricks. You took the Bears and I took the Hat Tricks. But
what were you thinking there?
I don't know. I'd like to see someone else beat them besides the Rock Lobster and Port Huron. Maybe the teams that are going to play the Bears need to play more heavy. I really don't know how to justify that. I don't know if you want to change your playing style to beat the Bears, or how do you beat the Bears? That's, like I said earlier, you want to beat.
I think in an interview with Chris Paulin said it best. Any team that plays the Bears, you're not playing the Bears. You're playing the salary cap.
I didn't say it. But you make a very good point. It's like you.
I mean, okay. So, yeah, they pay the players good. Big deal. But in order to keep talent, you have to pay the talent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the Black Bears. I don't know how their salary cap works. I don't know. I don't know. They're very like check back in the interview earlier. Gino Mini said it. Black Bears are very well coached. They're a very well-rounded team. In order to win that cup, everything goes through New York.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how the salary cap works in the Fed. I don't know how much money you are allocated to.
If you players are happy, we're happy.
Yeah, I don't know how much money the GMs or the owners are allowed to pay. I don't know if they have a salary cap. I don't know. I wish we can interview somebody, another cookie, can interview somebody that can give us that knowledge on that. That's my point of view. Like, if you're allocated, I don't know, $10,000 and you got 28 dudes, that's what? Not a whole lot of money to pay people.
I'm not good at math, ladies and gentlemen, so I don't know.
Neither. And let's get to the intriguing one. The one that we talked about. You're the one that picked wrong.
What?
You didn't pick wrong. You said split. I took Port Huron both nights.
Okay.
Let's talk
I
about
took
that.
I took a split. Hands down, I took a split. I did. Because when Port Huron went to Blue Ridge, it was a whole different playing style.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole, but that game.
That.
So Friday night, they come out with a 3-2 victory. Reed Cooper's in the net, right? It was a little chirpy from what I seen on TV. I mean, that game I did watch on my phone. But from where Port Huron stood a week ago prior to that game, or 2 weeks ago prior to that game, I had to take the split.
Yeah, and I don't blame you because you saw something that stuck and like, well, these guys didn't play good down there, and they're gonna split. I see it. And they did come off of what, a 7-game losing streak? They had a 7-game losing streak.
Six.
6-game losing streak coming into the
It's and if people see it on social media as 7, I don't know why they said 7, but there's so many podcasters like us out there that if you watch more than one game, you lose track unless you write it all down. And let's face it, we don't write this all down. We go by what the league puts in at the end of the week. But if you follow certain teams, you know where certain teams are at.
Mm-hmm.
And Port Huron had me at a split because of where they were at 4 games ago.
Yeah.
Not the Topeka weekend. They were sick. Bus broke down. I don't even count that as a weekend.
No,
I don't count. I mean, I don't count that as a weekend. Then they went to bingo. Tough environment.
Oh, very tough.
Very tough environment. Got beat 9-1 Friday night. Came out and held the Black Bears a little bit here and there. And then your mind's going, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Driving the bus, one wheel's starting to go like this. And then this weekend, it straightened itself back out.
Yeah.
Last weekend went from every team we thought was going to win lost.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend, where we were like, okay, where do we go? Shocked the world. I don't know.
I think I took Port Huron because I thought to myself, just maybe they will get the gunk on the cogs and get everything flowing in.
But
and
what changed? Nothing.
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
So if something changed,
if you go back and you look at Port Huron's lineup prior to this homestead, I believe, well, Friday night and Saturday night this weekend was the same exact lineup, except for the matter of having Luke James scratched on Friday, Luke James playing on Saturday. If you look back at the lineups when they're on the road, nothing really changed besides the Reggie Millette scratch. I think that's it.
Reggie scratch, Brockway's injured, Gullerman's injured, Dylan Marty's injured. So you got
the Marty injury's been about a month now.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's been out.
So nothing changed. Nothing.
No trades, no signings, no nothing.
Yeah, nothing changed.
And Port Huron comes out Friday night with a win, which I said when we picked, I said Port Huron's going to lose Friday night, win Saturday night because
they do better.
Port Huron, they do better on Saturday. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, I don't know, but now they're shocking the FPHL and they're winning Friday nights.
Yeah. And Friday, you got Reed Cooper, phenomenal save in the last 2 seconds. Just bonked that right out, and everyone goes, "Oh no, really?" That Brandon Ruller guy dropped his stick, dumbfounded the whole world. Then Saturday rolls up around. Nothing changed in the lineup. Nothing besides a few pieces.
No,
Then,
not really. The Luke James scratch was the only thing that changed.
yeah. Then we quadrupled them on shots on goal pretty much.
So after the first, or was it the second? I believe they were already up like 23-6
Yeah.
after 20 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. I just nothing's changed.
Yeah, you got the sheet right in front of you.
Nothing changed.
Now, there was some amazing plays, amazing shots on goal.
First goal, Lucas Lockney bounces the puck off the goalie, picks up his rebound, puts it in.
Yeah.
Second goal, don't quote me on it. There's a R2 Hikula goal.
Yeah, 180 degrees.
Just came around, came in front, boom, put it in.
Yeah.
And then there's the Blake Anderson goal.
Oh, now this is going to be like, if I had the power, I will nominate this for the top 10 plays on ESPN.
If nobody knows, Blake Anderson picked up the puck. It was just sitting there. Picked it up with a stick. Goaltender was lost. But you notice the goaltender goes like this. He sees Blake, puts his glove up, and Blake, boop.
Yeah, it's the Michigan. Everyone calls it the Michigan.
Yeah, that's where it started. Was it Michigan University?
Yeah.
Or University of Michigan, yeah.
Going into a Christmas break, this means probably so much to this team. Hey, we just snapped our losing streak. We won 2 games at home. Now we got to get on the bus and go back out to Connecticut.
Most guys are going home and flying to Connecticut. So it'll probably be a light bus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. This is a live of I don't know.
I don't know either. But like Chris Paulin said during the interview, these guys are so together in that locker room. They're like family in there. They never got bummed out. They just moved on to the next game. By God, like what I said, whatever.
I think Blake Anderson said it best. He said in his interview, when you play as a team, you win as a team.
Yeah.
And I think when we did the interview, people could see it. Gino Mini himself said, Port Huron has the talent. They have what it takes to win the cup this year.
Mm-hmm. They have that brutality and that drive and that aggression. And they have that camaraderie and that will to win. It's going to take a lot to beat them.
And I don't put anything past Danbury, but I was watching some film on it, and the goaltending is just not their season.
No. I mean, they are in fourth place, though.
I mean, that's great. They're in fourth place, so they're still in playoff territory.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe would have to face the Bears if playoffs were to happen today.
Yeah. Well, does it 5 and 6 have a playoff?
I don't know how that works.
I think it's kind of confusing how it works. But I mean, if you look at the Empire Division, from fourth place where Danbury is sitting at to sixth place where the Bobcats are at, there's only 3 points that separate 3 teams.
Who's in fifth place?
Watertown.
So it'd be number 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Last year, people don't know playoffs. You take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 and 5 play each other for the fourth place spot. One game, winner takes all.
Mm-hmm. And 5 plays 1. No, 4 plays 1. 3
And 2.
plays 2.
Yep.
But like I said, there's 3 points that separate Danbury, Watertown, and Blue Ridge. 3 points. 26, 27, 29. Then you get up to the Continental. That's a firestorm right there, because the Thunderbirds and the Ice Cats, 1 point separates those 2 teams. And second and third, 10 points, 11 points actually. And 1 and 2, 1 point. So it's still, there's still going to be a shakeup in that Continental Division from here on out.
Press release from what happened last night.
Oh, let me read that.
Press release. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have an interruption here on a good one. Press release. Read it out loud, Richard.
This is from Bobcats or Port Huron?
Both.
Oh.
So if nobody knows, after Port Huron scored a goal, their goaltender decided to flip the puck into their stands and hit a fan.
A 17-year-old.
A 17-year-old.
Who was taken to the hospital and, from what I understand, was released. But let's hear what the interview had to say.
Well, didn't that happen last year during the playoffs? Some bingo guy chucked the puck up in the stands because he lost.
Yep.
And hurt someone.
Yep.
Like, I get it. You have emotions. You have all these feelings. You got fans around you. And them pucks, they're in 3.5 inches and they're a couple ounces. They hurt.
Yep.
So let's read this. Dear Mr. Andrews and Mr. Mulca, I'm writing to formally express my serious concerns and dissatisfaction regarding an incident occurred on December 20th following the conclusion of the first period between Port Huron Prowlers and Blue Ridge Bobcats at McMorran Place Arena. After the first period buzzard, one play had clearly stopped, a player from Blue Ridge Bobcats intentionally lifted the puck from the ice and fired it into the spectator arena. This reckless act resulted in the puck clearing the protective glass and striking a 17-year-old spectator in the face, causing concerning injury. Spectators would have no reasonable expectation of such dangerous action after the play has ended. This marks the second serious spectator safety incident involving a player from your league at our facility within the past year. This pattern is unacceptable. There is no justification for this conduct. As a professional hockey player, the individual involved knew or should have known the inherent danger of such action. Accordingly, I have issued. Holy shit. Pardon my language, folks.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, don't mind this.
I have issued a no trespass order against this player, and he is no longer permitted at McMorran Place Arena for the foreseeable future. At this time, it remains under review whether the criminal charges will be pursued. As a team owner and managers, you bear responsibility for establishing and enforcing a culture that priority the safety of spectators based on recent events. It is evident to me this standard is not being met by the league or its team. Holy smokes, folks. I expect immediate and meaningful action to ensure players are properly trained and held accountable for reckless and dangerous behaviors. This matter has been taken very seriously. The safety of our patrons is non-negotiable. Mr. Andrews, I recognize you that no Prowler player was responsible for these incidents. Nonetheless, I hope you will convey my concerns to the league. And the short time we have worked with you, we have been impressed by and pleased with the manner in which the team is being managed and operated. There's more. It's kind of hard reading it on a phone. Please feel free to contact my office. You should have any questions or wish to discuss this matter. Further, I will provide you with an update on the injury spectator conditions as soon as information becomes available. Sincerely, James R. Freed, City Manager of Port Huron.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I could tell you Ken Andrews was concerned, and that matter was taken in the hands of the referees who did a good job and sent the replay to the league, sent their information to the league.
Yep. I get it. Emotions run high in the sport. But deliberately taking the puck off the ice with your stick and launching it into the stands because you're frustrated, that doesn't sound very professional.
It's very childish in my eyes. It doesn't matter what team you're on.
No. I get it. You're getting pummeled. It doesn't give you the authority or anything to launch that puck and injuring that spectator. And I mean, personally, I think that team, the Bobcats, should probably fork down medical bills, expenses.
The Black Bears, what happened with the Black Bears, they personally reached out to the person.
Yeah, that's cool.
Even the player themselves called them on the phone and said, I apologize. If you play hockey and you're gonna get that mad, make sure you think before you do stuff.
Yeah. I hope the spectator's fine. I hope there's no major injuries. But jeepers, people, like I get it. But don't do it as a professional. That makes yourself look.
It's like telling your kids not to do it, and they do it anyways. Gino Mini said it best again. We're all adults here. We know
Yeah.
what's right and wrong.
Should I or shouldn't I?
Right.
Should I stick this paperclip in the outlet or shouldn't I? But still, I hope there's consequences. Like that gentleman said, that player is no longer on Port Huron's property.
Well, let's face it. Yes, I got a clip on my hand. Let's face it. That was the last time they see Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
So how long does the no trespassing thing take effect in Port Huron?
Exactly. Is it a permanent deal? Is it forever?
And realistically, you need to be writing Blue Ridge, not Mr. Andrews.
Yeah.
Mr. Andrews had nothing but concerns about it.
Well, I think that the letter was basically saying that the city manager contacted. Says, "Dear Mr. Andrews and Mr. Mulcom." Who's that?
Somebody from Blue Ridge, probably. So, yeah.
Yeah. So the office of the city manager and chief administrative officer, city of Port Huron. So this letter was directed to both of them, saying, "Mr. Andrews, congratulations. Thank you for taking actions and well-being."
Well, that's letting Mr. Andrews know that he's not allowed in the building.
Yeah.
The player.
So
Very good.
thank you, Ken,
Applaud there.
for taking
Action to be taken for childish behavior.
I mean, maybe the league needs to put a power. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to put too many rules in place, but maybe the league needs to come down on that guy and say, "Hey, you hurt."
Well, there's always going to be something that happens to a player, whether it's you, me, Johnny on the spot over there, whoever. You do something wrong, you're going to get disciplined.
Yep. But back to what we were discussing about. Where were we before that came down?
We were talking about this weekend.
Oh, yeah, this weekend coming up.
No, we were talking about this past weekend.
Oh, this past weekend. Yeah, I mean, I got to say, there's a lot of teams are firing when they need a fire, and other teams are still chugging along.
And what teams are chugging along? I mean, are we going to see a 180 this coming weekend?
Yeah. Or the top one, the Lobsters from the Continental and the Black Bears fall on their face. I don't know. I mean, the Black Bears are playing Watertown.
The Black Bears are playing Watertown. It's in New York and New York. It's a home and home for both teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue Ridge and Black Bears versus Watertown. Man, they play Watertown a lot.
Yeah. So, who do the Moccasins play? We're back on the Moccasins again.
The Moccasins play the Scarecrows.
Oh, okay. That's the topic of the night right there.
Yeah.
What happens there?
Where's it at?
I don't know. In Topeka?
That's what I know here. Do 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 do.
Don't you know? Pump it up.
Um, at Topeka.
Oh, at Topeka.
I say Moccasin. I say Moccasins take it. Both nights.
You think so?
Yeah.
So do I. I don't know. I don't know.
You better pick, buddy.
Oh,
I'm taking Moccasins. Man, unless the Scarecrows not win in overtime against the Zydeco like they did last weekend and actually start firing on all cylinders. Who knows?
I'm gonna take the Mocs.
So did I. Now, are you writing this down? 'Cause I wrote
No.
mine down.
No, I have not. Let's see. I'm taking the Moccasins, right?
Yep.
Taking the Black Bears. I'm taking Port Huron. Split. Maybe. That's a tough one. After this weekend.
Yeah. I'm going to say Watertown and Bears split.
No. Okay. I'm putting Mocs sweep. Black Bears sweep. Port Huron.
So let's come back to that one.
Let's go back. Who's next?
You got the Rock Lobsters and the Ice Kitties.
Rock Lobster sweep.
Yep. And you got the Zydeco and the Breakers.
Oh. Oh.
I took Zydeco both.
Zydeco split.
I took the Dragons both.
For who they playing? I'm taking the Thunderbirds. Split. Due to Matt Stoya being placed on the 14-day IR.
Ooh. Bobcats and Indy. I'm going with no.
Indy split.
Yeah. Then we got the Granddaddy of them all. Port Huron and Hat Tricks.
You go first.
I'm going to say both Port Huron take it.
But why do you say that?
I think they're coming off of a big high power win against Blue Ridge, and I know they're traveling. I mean, it's Friday. They're going to be holiday. They're going to be a little rusty, but I still think they're going to pull it off. I really do, because I don't know.
I have a 6 or 9 guy that might want to come in. I'm going to go sweep with Port Huron. I think if they're on that level, they're not too high, they're not too low. They're on that level where they're going to just cruise now.
Yeah.
It's going into the new year. Danbury, we end Danbury at the end of 2025. We jump into 2026 and we do a complete circle and we start sweeping people.
Yeah. I mean, let's take a quick little.
I mean, I don't know who they have after Indiana.
Who? Port Huron?
Yep.
Do we let this Andy Keene guy in?
Yeah, we can let Andy Klein in. Let's let him in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little longer. Section 9 is in the house.
What is going on, gentlemen? Thank you for having me.
If
Welcome.
nobody knows, this is my real good friend from a long, long time ago. I taught this kid how to chirp, by the way. But I think he knows Richard, right? You know Richard?
I've seen him. I've seen him around.
You've seen him around.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm so glad. I hope you watched the Gino Mini interview.
I'm going to catch up on that after. I just got in the door a few minutes ago and happened to see the message, and I had to log on.
Oh, we were just going over who's going to win this weekend.
This weekend, it's. I know. I've read a couple. I've seen it.
Go ahead. The whole league. We have the whole league going.
Okay.
We got the mock sweeping this weekend.
Oh, for sure.
Black
talking Schumacher on the unstoppable moccasins right now.
Yes, we got the Black Bears against the Wolves.
As much as I hate them, I got to say Bears.
We got Port Huron and Danbury, where Andy Klein should be going this weekend, right?
Not going this weekend with the holidays. It's got me stuck in Port Huron. I went there at the opening. The boys are going to make us proud. They're sweeping them.
What about the Rock Lobsters? And who is it?
I'm not sure.
Ice Cats. Ice Kitties.
Cats.
Athens is a hell of a team. They built one heck of a good surrounding down there. I got to go Athens.
Are you writing this down?
No, I'm not.
Zydeco and
Breakers.
The Breakers.
Ooh, you know, I got to go with the Breakers. Mr. Schlepp down there and our boy Spinelli that left us earlier in the season.
What? All right, Thunderbirds and
Dragons.
the Dragons.
Ooh.
Now, before you choose, Andy, before we get to interviewing you, Matt Story is on a 14-day IR with the Dragons.
Ooh, got to go the other way then. Stoy is a dominant factor on that team. That's for dang sure.
And then last but not least, we got Indiana and
The Bobcats.
the Bobcats.
I'm going to put it this way. After this weekend and with some incidents, I hope the Sentinels just whoop that. They need to whoop them. I want to see Indy with the win.
And are we missing one here with Topeka?
What was that?
Oh, no, Topeka's playing the Moccasins. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're upcoming. Port Huron's up. They got to go to Danbury. They're on the 31st. They got to go to Indiana. And the 2nd and 3rd, they're back home.
Okay.
Then on the 16th and 17th, Danbury comes to town.
Oh.
That's going to be a fun one. That team's changed a lot in the past since October. It's gonna be interesting seeing them losing Frolov, them letting Frankie McClendon go. I mean, obviously, it got Johnny Ruiz, who's heart and soul of that team. He wears the C for a reason, but we'll see what happens with them when they come to our house. Section 9 will give them hell like we always do.
Like you got Indiana on the 24th. Away games to Indiana and Watertown. Bingo comes back to town in February. Then we're on the road for the next.
So what
2
you're
weeks.
saying is Port Huron has an easy schedule till February.
At the home game, any time in Port Huron, if we make it difficult for that other team to stay on their game, that's for sure. If we can't throw them off their game, we step it up 3 times more, and we're down at that tunnel making sure they can't come out and think straight.
Yeah. Other than that, like we got Bingo, Topeka. And this is in February. We go to Indy.
Yeah, I think we
And,
see
like-
Indiana. They see Indiana like what 19, 20 times.
Yeah.
The Rockers 2.0 is Indy.
Not wrong. But
Ken
yeah,
Andrews, he's calling you out.
Nothing but love, Kenny.
Well, other than that, I mean,
I say Port Huron holds first or second place the rest of the season. I don't see him moving to first.
No, to catch up
It's
to the Black
over.
Bears now.
It's over with now. But that gives us one away game and the rest home for the rest of the playoffs. So if
Better
we,
look
if
to
we,
that, if
if
I'm
we
correct.
take the cup, the last game, if Port Huron takes the cup, the last game should be at home.
Hopefully. There ain't nothing like winning on the home turf. I was there for the first win back in 2016. Beautiful day. That's really when my son really fell in love with the hockey. At that time, we didn't sit down in Section 9. Section 9 was new to me as of last year, towards the
Okay.
end at that.
I was just saying, we got a few questions for Andy Klein. I don't.
Of course.
We just kind of brought you in at the wing of it. He said, "Should we let this Andy Klein guy in?" I said, "Yeah, we can let him in. We can let him in because Andy has known me since the UHL,
Yes, sir.
and that's when Richard, the Port Huron Beacons, were there.
Yep.
Now, everybody knows the Flint Generals, Port Huron Beacons, Danbury Trashers.
Yep.
Well, Andy and I used to go next to the away box. There used to be seats down there. And Mr. Robbie Nichols and me and Andy Klein, we used to chirp and stick our head like this right between the glass and start chirping them. He didn't know how to chirp. Andy didn't know how to chirp. I said, "This is what you say. Not going to say it. Keep it PG here."
Yeah.
But I told him. And yeah, years down the road, here he is yelling, "You suck" to people.
You suck, you bum. Warm that bus. He might have taught me how to, but I have perfected the art and brought that down to the section of wonderful people that I sit with there in Section 9. Great family. We're pretty much like a family there. We got each other's backs, and we all have one goal in common. It's just to harass that away bench until they can't take it no more. If they don't leave the ice mad, they shouldn't be out there.
and then I watched the game from home, and I heard this colorful language. I don't. It's related to donkey. Did that come from your section or?
There's been a
Now,
few.
let me tell you, before I started working with the league, we're gonna go back, okay? This has nothing to do with hockey anymore. This has just to have interview Section 9 because he's the only Section 9 guy that'll come out here. So there was the East Upper Rowdies in
Yes,
Port Huron. And mind you, Port Huron didn't have those comfy seats you have now.
No, the old wooden slot.
Yeah. So in the East Upper Rowdies, where the flag, where you stand and look for the national anthem, that's where, well, keep it PG, the donkey name was hollered at the goalie
Yep.
at that time. And it was nothing but drunk people all the way across.
Yep. That's before they actually put them up in where the suites now sit at McMorran. right there, right underneath all the retired numbers where Dalton Jays will be hung up very soon here in January. Make sure everybody gets out there and watches that game. It's gonna be a wonderful
I
time.
think
Get the plug.
it's gonna be a different. It's gonna be a different banner, though. I think it's gonna be the jersey itself, or
I hope
it's gonna
so.
be. It's gonna be the banner, but I think the jersey he keeps.
Yeah.
He finally gets to keep it.
Yeah, that'll be nice. But yeah, that used to ride right along the top there. Then when they made them suites there, they sort of kicked them out, but they put them up in that corner to where you can hear very well, but it took away a lot. That goalie has a hard time hearing them. So we just helped the East Uppers out a little bit.
I was just reading the Off Ice officials text message here of Ken Andrews responded to Mr. Freed about the injury that happened.
Yes, complete uncalled for injury.
And it's wow.
And before you came on, I read to Justin a article that the city manager sent down to Ken Andrews and Mr. Malkin, and supposedly that player is trespassed.
Yes, sir.
From
Which for an action like that after the whistle, during the time of play, every fan's got their head on that puck. 100%. But once that whistle's blown, that buzzer goes off for something like that. That's a serious infraction where you could kill somebody.
The Portland Prowlers have taken the following actions. We have formally escalated the matter to the Federal Prospect Hockey League for immediate review and disciplinary action under league authority, which I knew was coming. Mm-hmm. Our internal code of conduct is to ensure that our players and staff continue to uphold the highest standards of professional and fan safety, both home or on the road. Doesn't matter where you're at. And they have agreed with the city on the no trespass order against the player that shot the puck at the fan. So that guy is no longer allowed in McMorran Arena.
Nope. Looks like that day he can collect unemployment. He can stay out on the bus where he belongs.
Good for Ken Andrews.
Yeah, I personally feel like any visiting team, I get it. Actions, adrenaline, all run high in this sport. But if you have the audacity to take that puck and fling it after the bell goes off, I personally think that you're done. You're trespassed.
Yep. Very good job by Ken. Very good job by Mr. Freed and the McMorran staff for stepping forward and doing that to that gentleman. I can't even call it. I use the word gentleman very loosely on that because that's a scumbag move.
Yeah.
But
for this case. And it had Matt Graham tagged in it too. Obviously, general manager. So good job on Matt's part.
The boy Grammar.
That a boy. Now, Alex Johnson, where were you at?
He was right there next to Matt saying, "Get him."
So tell us about Section 9. How'd that come about, Andy?
So I used to sit up in Section 13 with my son. We always kicked it up there. Well, there's a couple family friends. One of the guys knew my brother very well, and I used to be a boisterous guy from up there, but a lone voice does not travel well in that place. So one day walking by, he said, "Well, why don't you and your son come sit down here?" We'll think about it. We usually just enjoying ourselves. Just a nice night out for the pair of us. Well, needless to say, it was the Silver Stick game where they had all the younger hockey kids in there. And I was seated behind a bunch of females, hockey moms and their children. And it was a very heated game for the Prowlers. And I kept getting some looks. So I looked at my son. I go, you want to move? And that day it was a dream come true, I guess. That's when I guess I'll call myself a missing link that helps bring it together. But Section 9 was actually around before me. I just joined into the fun. Now, we amplified it a little bit. I brought how Justin taught me how to chirp. I brought that into my son. And now I'm going to say he's getting there. He's got to keep a PG. He struggles sometimes only being 14 because he hears dad go nuts. But he does a very good job.
Well, I think we were 14 at the time too, right?
I think actually a little younger. I think we were about 11 or 12. And And we said some stuff that obviously we will not state here, but I don't even think my sons went that far yet.
Mom,
with
Dad,
Who
if you're
knows?
watching, no, we never did it.
Robbie Nichols knows him and them horrible orange shoes that he wears.
Woo! No,
They look pretty
I-
atrocious.
I-
But
I
it,
talked
it
about
fits. It fits the orange and black theme. I get it, but he needs to put some black in there, not make it look like a safety cone.
Exactly. It shows that his feet are like pylons, just like half of its team are.
Wow.
The chirping never stops. The passion for Port Huron hockey is real.
I mean, that's kind of how we are. Like, obviously, we sit directly across from you in section 24, and
Yeah.
that's I chirp at the players or have the face off there, like Daly, like John Daly is better than that Daly.
Yeah.
Mulligan, I don't get me started on that guy.
What's wrong with Mulligan?
Backstory here. Okay. I went to hunt. I went to deer camp, and my wife went down to Port
Oh,
Huron,
no.
watched the game. She's sitting there in section 24, and her dad's next to her, and Connor Mulligan's was going on past. Deliberately turns his head and winks at my wife, like, "Hey, how you doing?" type wink. She calls and like, "No, you're kidding." Blah blah blah. I don't believe you. Next game, when was that? In November, December, he was there. He did. He winked. I went nuts. I'm like, I know my wife's hot, but come on now. My father-in-law sitting there. I went ballistic on him, and I made a sign. I'm like, Connor Mulligan's winked at my wife, and Tim Morgan was in the penalty box. I walked over there, knocked on the glass, and Tim read it, and just to say he doesn't wink at my wife no more because now he's in North Carolina.
It was like a little action last night with Devin. He's the equipment guy for the Bobcats. So we went up to the glass as we do after the end of each period, and Erickson had said something, and he said, "Huh?" I said, I just thought the Neanderthals couldn't spell, not here. So Devin invited me down. He said, "Well, come on down here and say that." I said, "Are you sure, buddy?" He said, "Of course, come on." So I meet him down at the tunnel, and he's already in the back. He's actually alerted security that I was coming, which, granted, we're not there to fight. We're there to get into your head and just ruin your night. He comes out of the back after saying something, and I can see Ken Andrews' kitty corner. And I go, "Well, I'm here. What are we going to do?" He goes, "I got better things to do." I said, "What? Get kicked on the ice?" He goes, "Oh, there's a lot of hockey left." Well, needless to say, he was heckled the whole night, and we seen how that went for him. 7-1 victory, got in his head, couldn't do nothing. Daly stood there. He wouldn't man up and answer the bell. It just don't make sense. If you're gonna be a pest, you gotta answer for it.
Now, here's my thing. Daly was a marked man. Obviously, Port Huron. Him and Johnny got into it Friday night.
Yep.
Johnny, when I'm upstairs working, Johnny's like this with the glove. Takes
Oh, yeah,
the
he's
glove off,
shaking.
looks at Daly and goes, "You want to go?"
Nope.
Daly went that way. And Steve Gowdy looked at Johnson and goes, No, go right now.
And
Go ahead.
the best fight of it all. And it kind of reminds me of Monday Night WWE SmackDown, Stuckless and Connor, how they went at it. Stuckless never landed a punch.
Nope.
I
mean, Triple H can hit harder than you. for Pete's sake.
Well, come on, there's real fighting in hockey, and then there's fake fight or wrestling and wrestling.
But you see my point.
As a hockey player, we don't stage our fights unless you're like me and Andy going against each other. Hey, Andy, you want to beat the crap out of each other? Yeah, let's go do it.
Let's put a show on.
Let's put a show on. We'll go grab a beer
And
after.
Connor just played a couple. You see Stuckless going like this. I'm like, what are you hitting? Nothing there.
Softer than a teddy bear.
I'm glad we don't see him again. I'm kind of glad after the weekend incident with the puck getting chucked.
My question is what does Section 9 have against their captain, Martin? He's a big burly guy, but he's a nice guy. I met him.
He's a caveman. Look at him. The Geico caveman looks better than Martin.
Oh,
You just got to find something. That's the idea of these chirps. You taught me this, man. You got to find a detail about him. He's Captain Caveman. Erickson's the Neanderthal. Daily, I can't say that word on here. I'm going to keep it PG.
So,
What?
what's everybody's take on Tucker Scantleberry getting suspended again?
Did he get suspended? I thought they got rescinded.
Oh,
They did.
yeah, he did get rescinded. Okay, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
That was right at the buzzer. It's a close call. It's Tuck being a pest. Something that we used to love. If that would have happened against us, I'd say, man, that's Tuck being Tuck. Tuck doing his job. See, I've went out and enjoyed a few wobble pops with these gentlemen after the games, Matt, where they like to go have a few. And talking to them guys on that level has taught me a lot about the game. Like there's a lot they'll go back and forth with, and there's only a few players that actually hate each other throughout the whole league. But most of the time, it's I got you. After that, they're good. It's just like us. Like when we had left the arena last night after the skate with the players, their bus was parked right in front of our car. They were loading up the last bit of gear. Stuck my hand, I shook there, and hey, Merry Christmas. Have a safe trip back home. But in all hockey fashion, thanks for the couple wins this weekend.
Yeah. The 6 points that we desperately
Yep.
needed.
Desperately needed that.
And I'm still trying to figure out what changed. 6-game losing streak for Port Huron, and they come back and what
The boys,
changed?
hey, everybody's entitled to a few bad games. I mean, we hit that little rough spot of the season. I'd rather get it out of the way now than watch second place slip away from us in March or in the end of February.
That is true.
Yeah.
All the best of them have some
Ladies
bad.
and gentlemen, what you don't know is Andy Klein reads the dictionary for hockey for idiots at night.
Actually, that'll be a funny story. I didn't have to. My family was actually a very big hockey family. My cousin is actually Bill Warren. He's a scout for the Sioux Greyhounds. He's led many Silver Stick tournament teams and won them. He coached the Fighting Falcons to their championship back when they were Port Huron Fighting Falcons on the NAHL. So I grew up around the hockey. I even went to hockey before the Beacons when it was the Border Cats.
Yeah, I never touched the Border Cats. I just couldn't. I couldn't get over the name Border Cats.
I like it. I like the heritage jerseys with the throwback to them with the lighthouse, the tribute to the flags with the two flags.
The one up here.
Yep. I'm actually waiting on my Section 9 one to arrive for our sponsorship, which they should. Anybody that did order a custom jersey, they will be in about middle of January, according to Mrs. Graham.
So tell me, you said you're part of the sponsorship, right, Andy?
Yes, sir.
Who is your guy? Who's the sponsor for them? What's the name? What is it? You actually?
It's me and another friend of mine, Billy.
Okay.
Me and Bill used to work together back at the Michaels days. I used to work at Michaels Car Center as a painter. He used to be a mechanic. When he had left there, we sort of fell apart for a little bit. And these past couple of years, I actually got him into hockey. And his job was actually supposed to have that board. He works at Blue Water Auto Center behind Dairy Queen at the North End. Quick plug there. Great guy, great service. They'll get you in and out. Very reasonable. But, okay.
He's not promoting them or anything, guys.
I got to get them in where I can. It's like the AREM hoodie. Take care of Reggie, boys. His apparel's phenomenal.
Reggie
But
Millette.
anyway.
Reggie.
But he ended up talking to Paulie after his job had backed down on doing the sponsor. And I get a phone call. I'm out to dinner with my son. And he goes, hey, man, you want to do a board? He goes, the board's sitting there. Told me the price. And I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. And after we had told him we'd do it, Paulie actually had to go through the channels and say, hey, can we even do this? We've never had anybody, any fan in any team ever sponsor a professional hockey team or any sport as far as that goes in the FBHL or any minor leagues. Upon reviewing with Ken and stuff like that, they said, well, money's money. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So they drew us up our Section 9 themselves. We didn't come up with the design or nothing. The Prowlers did that for us, and history's on the board now.
So was that a big price or?
It was okay. I won't disclose it.
I wasn't asking. I just said, was it a big price?
It was enough. It's good to, in our eyes, it was a good way to support the boys that we try to give back. Like we joined the Booster Club. Obviously, I seen you at the wonderful party there that they threw at
Great
CJ.
party. We didn't see Richard there though, but
No, should have came. It was an awesome time. Great food, great people.
We wanted to, but being on a weeknight like that, being the kid in the school and everything like that, having an hour drive, it's kind of like, do we or don't we?
wait, I have an hour drive too.
But how old?
Luckily, mine's only 15 minutes.
How old are your
I want to
kids?
hear it.
What
How
was
old
that?
is your kid?
14.
Well, I'm talking to Justin.
Oh,
But like
What?
my kid's 11, so it's like
He sleeps on the way home.
that's a different debate for a different day. There's always
So-
going to be more parties.
The big debate is with McMorran Section 9, McMorran Section 24. When are they going to come together?
See, we like our comfy seats. We like being able to see a little bit more, and we are passed right behind their bench. There's lots of seats behind us. Come on up. We love it. The more the merrier. We keep the chirps friendly. We don't
Yeah.
go off. We don't go off the rails too bad. Only a couple times has it got that bad, but those were warranted issues that need to be solved and be addressed.
Now, I'm pretty sure that you know that in Section 24 that you probably can hear me do.
Oh,
who's-
for sure.
Oh, we can
Maybe
see you.
eventually here we need to collaborate that and be on the same page. Because,
For sure. Like the Who's house.
yeah,
One side should be yelling the Who's and the other's ours.
Yeah.
We need to get in sync with that because that just dominated and make it echo even more.
oh,
Because we got our loud guy. That's my good buddy Anthony Eddy. He's a great guy. He's one of the
Another shout
originators
out,
of it.
ladies and gentlemen. Another shout out from Andy Klein.
Got to, man. Media trained very well.
I can
And
tell.
when Justin got me involved, it's like you can actually hear my voice on YouTube over Will last
Oh.
year.
And ladies and
for
gentlemen,
sure.
you could see his belly on the playoff YouTube from last year against the Black Bears too.
And if you do remember, Anthony, my buddy, you could see his too when he did the Hulk Hogan rip.
Yep. That's where it all started. That's where it all started.
Now, I mean, it is only January. Most will say it's January, but I have been thinking since the beginning of the year is maybe if I say if very strongly and pronouncedly, if they make it to the playoffs, I might paint my belly.
You know, there has been talk of that in our section as well. So we should definitely collab on that one.
So take note, Section 9, Section 24, next home game, January 2nd and 3rd at McMorran Arena. Section 9 and 24 are going to become, is it Big Brother, Little Brother?
No, because that'll pin who's going to be big brother and who's little brother. We don't want to do that. Let's just say we'll be a team, like what our boys finally gripped up and decided to do this past weekend. We started playing as a team and not playing individual hockey.
Yeah.
We'll play individual. Instead of playing individual chirping, we'll call it a group chirp.
Yeah. Who picked
So-
on the-
What's that?
Go on, Justin.
What's your favorite chirp, Andy, of all time?
Oh man, it's not PG.
We'll let it slide on this one.
So see this man. Actually, there's a couple that aren't PG.
Oh boy.
You're putting me on the spot. Now I got to think of a couple here.
I mean, Andy Klein, ladies and gentlemen, when you see this, if you watch the Port Huron Prowlers coaches show, decided to call out number 22, Luke James, and make him do the peanut dance.
Had to.
What they don't know is last night, after working the game, my kids go down, skate with the players. I called out Luke James to bark like a chihuahua. Took him to center ice and said, now do the peanuts dance. He refused to do it.
Well, everybody got that show at the beginning of the game. If you looked up at the board,
We are calling Luke James out. No matter what team is watching, what fan base is watching that night. Luke James, you score a goal, you must go to center ice and do the peanut dance before celebrating with your team.
I think that was a one and done for him. We put him on the spot there.
That's not a one and done.
He wasn't too happy about it when Section 9 called him out to have him do it.
He wasn't too happy when Will Wiggleman put him on the big board either.
No, he wasn't. He shook
Will
his head
Wiggleman,
as he
you
was
could do it
doing
all year, the rest of the year, because, well, Section 9 is probably going to do it anyways.
That's how
Now-
we do.
Now going back to the chirps, I kind of pick on people's names. Like my personal favorite is Mark Jansen for the Black Bears. But we all probably watched that Friends episode, Janice.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Jansen. Or Stubbs. Nubs.
Oh, CJ Stubbs is an easy target.
Easy
How about-
target, but good player. Hands down, good player.
How about Philip Wong? There's something wrong right there. That's got to be the best PG one.
What about when Danbury,
Oh,
and this guy plays for the Twin City Thunderbirds now. I seen a meme with him. I don't even have that long of a neck.
long neck LaBelle. I'm going to tell you what, that guy has brought so much joy to so many people picking on his neck. When we actually went to Danbury, you guys have all heard of the infamous 102. If anybody hasn't heard of 102, kick it out of that jersey.
And let's put that to rest right now. Let's lay that to bed. Put that baby to sleep. I think Section 102 kind of tippy tops McMorrin Section 9 just a little because when 102 gets rowdy enough, they start dumping beer disrespectfully on players.
See, that's where when I went to Danbury, oh, go ahead.
I think that kind of draws a line because
But it does draw a line. But what other section do you know is so rowdy that the police department has to bring the whole force in to make sure there's no fights after?
Now you see here, I'll go to my trip.
Section 9, I'm calling you out.
but
We're
isn't
not
that kind
doing
of
that.
insulting?
We all got work in the morning. Now, when I was in Danbury, obviously the chirp game did not stop. We sat right behind the home bench.
You were right on YouTube. We seen you.
Yep, 100%. And the joys of that, we went back and forth with 102 both games. Mind you, the first night was a little shady. I was like, okay, we definitely crossed some lines here. Let's hang out and wait. So it comes to the third period time before we were going to leave because there was a lot of upset people with us. And all of a sudden, a gentleman comes walking over and he starts pulling beers out of his jacket, handing them to us. He came up, hey, I'm so-and-so. I actually sit in 102. So I want to say you are the only people we've ever had coming to our house and do what we do to our team in our house, and we respect you.
Wow. Give it up for Danbury, huh?
Yep. And I will be the first to say, I did not expect that. I was warned about Danbury to go, okay, if you go in there and do what we do at home in their house, you're probably going to end up in a fight. Not at all. Them gentlemen appreciate it just as much. After that last whistle blows, they'll shake your hand, drink a beer with you, just like the players do.
The only arena that I think of that a fight might break out is if you do what we do in McMorrin and Bingo.
Bingo, yes, I agree. Those fans are ruthless there. for God's sakes, they can't let something that happened years ago that a gentleman has paid for and done his time, and the guy's for the kids. He's all about bettering himself as Mr. Reggie.
Yep.
He gets all that flack from them. And actually, Bingo newspaper did a article on Reggie
They
about
did.
and how
They
it's
asked- they said something about when's it going to stop.
their fans are ruthless and relentless, which that's what you need. Section 9 is a prime example. Section 102 is a prime example. Section 24 is getting there. I got to get that little one.
Okay.
But we're all at the same aspect. We're there to support our team. At the end of the day, though, let them go. Have a good time. Safe travels. It's
Now,
cool.
mind you, the FPHL Rowdy Crew is nothing compared to the UHL Rowdy Crew.
Ooh.
When the Beacons,
It was unhinged.
but when the Flint Generals and the Beacons, and this is for everybody that don't know, Richard, you probably don't know. When those two collided,
It was blood.
you don't see anybody throwing stuff on the ice when the Prowlers play Motor City, Danbury, Black Bears. Go to a UHL game and you found beer cans on the ice.
Bad calls. Gowdy'd be hitting the back of the head with a 24-ounce can.
The Flint Generals would skate off the ice after a loss, and people were just throwing stuff at them.
That's
Like,
why the
yeah.
wonderful cast was put over top the tunnel entrance.
Yep. I mean, it was Section 9 and Section 24 is kind of getting there, but they're not throwing stuff. I mean, if a rubber chicken ends up on the ice somewhere, I mean, we know what sections did it.
Yeah.
There's a few things that I really wanted to throw some stuff,
Oh, for sure.
but it's like I don't want to be escorted out of this building.
It's
So
not worth
section,
getting kicked out.
section 9, section. Oh my lord! Hold on. Hey,
Don't mind
Got
that,
an
folks.
intruder?
It's just a wild animal.
that's my dog. He's letting me know somebody's here. Anyways, section 9 has a chirpy female.
Yes, they do.
Who is that? Let's call her out.
Yeah, who is that? I heard that over the game over the weekend. Like, who?
Wonderful lady. She's actually another sponsor for Taft Consulting. Check her out. Good person. Her name is Rebecca Taft. She is ruthless. She is the originator of You Bum at McMorrin Place. She's a very loud, boisterous girl. She's great. She's the perfect female chirper. She gets in their head. That's how we knew LaBelle liked to eat corn the long ways. Or ate the Snickers upside down so he could feel the vein.
That kind of reminds me of the interview that we had this afternoon about Gino telling his teammates about how Tucker likes to eat the banana in one bite.
Old Gino.
Sorry, Tucker, I had to bring that up. If you
Sorry, Tucker. Just punch him when you come to town.
That's the unfortunate thing. We don't get to see Tuck being in the other division.
We do though when we face him for the cup.
Yeah, that's a very good possibility. He's got some strong content. Athens and them are going to play head to head. Those two are going to come down on that side.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to come down to Bingo and the Prowlers. Unless the Prowlers for some reason fall off or the unfortunate happens where we see, which would be unfortunate to us. But if he gets called up and he stays up in the SPHL or he goes to the ECHL, then it might put us a little in a hard spot. But we'll overcome it. Port Huron hockey's always been about grit, finding the answers, and getting it done.
Now, you say Port Huron finds the grit, gets it done. Let me ask you, who goes for the finals for the cup? Hands down, right? If playoffs started today, who would win the cup?
I'm writing this down.
I'm writing this down too, Andy, because I'm holding you to it.
Right.
You got one from this division, And you can be biased because you're a Port Huron fan.
Well, it's obviously going to be Port Huron in there. We're going to get the revenge on Bingo for all the years you get our teeth kicked.
How many games does it take Port Huron to beat Bingo, though?
It's going to be the whole series. It's going to have to be all. It's going to come down to the last game.
You think so?
Yes.
Who scores the game-winning goal?
The guy's on a heater right
That's
now.
enough.
R2 Hecula.
You think so?
Hecula's going to be the golden boy. He's got the hockey knowledge. When he's given the opportunity, he takes it. He don't hesitate. If he gets that shot, he takes that shot.
I'm saying Lucas Lockney.
See, that'd be my second go-to.
Hold on.
I think
You guys
if
keep
it-
going on with this.
If it came down to the finals, those R2, Lockney, and I'm gonna have to throw. Man, I'm gonna have to go Anderson. Those three are gonna be the top.
Yeah.
Especially after he pulled the old Mishy out.
And the thing of it is like I look at it as we got like three different levels. You could cut the whole team in third. You got our top half with Blake Anderson, R2, Lockney. Those are the ones a lot of team Reggie pay attention. They go with that. Oh, these guys are hot. We gotta pay attention. We forget about everyone else.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
like
here's-
when you pull a beehive. What comes out? The warrior wasps.
And you see, here's my thing too. I'm gonna have to reject one person out of my top three there. I'm gonna have to throw Reggie up there and put Anderson as fourth.
Okay, so I said Lucas Lockney. You're saying R2 Hicula. Who did
And then
you say?
I threw Anderson, and then I had to switch it up from Anderson being in that top three to throw Reggie, then Anderson. So it's gonna be that four players.
I think after this weekend, Ando kind of goes on a little drought.
I don't know, something like that. That lights a fire. You hit something that you only see on social media and see in the NHL getting pulled off. Right now, I think that was the spark that he needed. He's got a lot of confidence rolling now to where he just pulled that off. He's gonna go on a nice little run right now. I think he's gonna be. I at least see in this next series that we play in Danbury, I guarantee at least one goal, 2 apples, for sure. Now we'll get back to the whole finals thing.
All right,
After
my
beating
question
Bingo-
is,
Go ahead.
yes. Well, let's do the final thing first because this is way off the final
All
thing
right.
here. We want to write this down so we can hold Section 9 to their first loss.
We never lose. We only get better.
Oh, it might take a couple years, Andy. Might have to retrain you.
And the thing that's banned clearly from earlier, finger guns win.
Whoa! I think
But-
it's going to be Port Huron and Monroe in the finals.
Yep.
I think they
With-
beat Athens. Port Huron pulls the upset game 3 in McMorran.
Why would it be in McMorran?
Well, it wouldn't be at McMorran. You're right. It'd be because they're number 1. But
Yeah.
if Port
Good
Huron pull, someone's got to start beating Bingo, right? For this Empire division to start shaping up. And I'm not just saying Port Huron. You got Indiana on fire. You have Topeka climbing. Blue Ridge is right there still. Don't count them out.
No, definitely can't.
But you
Unfortunately.
also have the Wolves, and Danbury is competing with Bingo and forcing them to shootouts, overtimes.
Wasn't it 11? Who wasn't it an 11-3 win last time for Bingo?
Yep.
In Danbury, though.
Yeah, but the weekend before,
It did
Danbury
go to shootout.
forced them in a shootout. So they robbed them of a point.
Very true.
Danbury also got rid of Frankie. Was it Frankie McLennan?
Yep. Also
So,
known as the
Everybody
Section
in the
9
league,
2 rings are
all-
the best doorman in the Fed.
all GMs and head coaches right now in the league. If you're looking for a goaltender, Frankie's available.
You see, the veteran present on a bench would be very nice, but you can't forget who was just released from the Sentinels, Raul Sharma. Sharma's
What?
a goalie. He's not on the Sentinels anymore. They released him earlier this week. They're released on waivers.
So now you have
That's another
two
one.
veteran
Yeah.
goaltenders. And if I remember correctly, how do you say his name?
Rahul Sharma.
He was trained by Makar Sokolov
Mhm.
when they were with the Venom.
Yes.
When the Prowlers released Makar Sokolov, he went to the Venom, and Makar was the starter. And yeah,
And that's
So-
one thing. Like I'm at loss for words why Indy would make that move. That gentleman, he's not only an on ice presence, he's a locker room presence. And for God's sakes, they brought you the first win, which was unfortunately against us. But that goalie's hot. It's hard to beat Sharma.
Yeah.
He's a good up and coming goaltender. Anybody with half a brain would grab him. They need to.
What does Port Huron have to do with goaltending wise? We already know they got Reed Cooper, right?
Cooper's a dominant force.
You can't
I
play him
see-
all the time though.
Yep. I see where Paulie's coming from. Paulie was a goalie himself. Huber, he's a rookie. He's trying to get him his stripes. It's an experiment right now with him. I see what he's doing. As much as all of us have a hard time swallowing that pill when we see two big names out there, that's also big money. And we do have some players that we got. Obviously, Lockney's a seasoned vet. We got Grammer out there that wears numerous hats. We got Johnny that wears numerous hats. They carry a big price tag.
I want to say something about Matt Graham because let's put him on the spot for a minute. That guy, people don't know he's 37 years old. He's the same age as me.
Yep.
That guy can deflect the puck. He can put you on the spot. And if you're not on spot and you lose the puck, that puck is still going in the net at the edge of his stick.
Very true.
That guy can set up a play. He don't even have to look behind him. He knows who's behind him.
Mhm.
And that's not just being from general manager and head coach either.
No, that's hockey knowledge. Hockey IQ is very good on Mr. Graham.
You look, Graham, Port Huron has a veteran that can, and it's Graham. I watched Graham last year, and I watched Graham the year before. Graham is not the same Graham from 2 years ago. Graham is not the same Graham from last year. Graham has really put the books to himself.
100%. He holds himself accountable for any of his mistakes. And that's one thing with being the coach, GM, and essentially might as well call him the veteran leader in the locker room. That's what has to happen. He's got to put the screws on himself, not only hold everybody else responsible, but he holds himself to a higher standard than the rest of the team. To where if he has a slightly off game, he's beating himself up, which is good and bad. You can get in your own head a lot doing that, which we've seen that with numerous different players when they're on a slump.
Now I'm gonna actually. I think you guys. I'm gonna say it. I think you guys might be forgetting. We have 3 goalies.
Yeah, Jameson Bork, great guy. We've only got to see him once. That's an upsetting. Yeah, he was sick. They were all sick. Topeka, the flu games, that it sucks. We did take one out.
Kudos to Topeka on that because they took advantage of everything they had.
No,
Robbie Nichols took advantage. He knew they weren't feeling good. He said, let's go physical. Let's go dominate. Let's just keep playing our game. And don't back off just because they're sick. Put them to the ground.
It's the same thing that Paulin and Graham will call for all of our boys. Run them to the ground.
And that's the thing. Like, we got Cooper, we got Huber, and we got Jameson. We already saw Huber. We know what Cooper's MO is.
Yeah.
When is Paulie going to show us Jameson?
I say he does it
He
against
came
Indiana.
from the Bears. So when do we get a taste of him? Because he's a tall dude. Like,
Well, he did come from the Bears.
he was at Bears training
He
camp.
came from their training camp, and everybody knows this league like us 3 do. And I'm still training Richard, but he's catching on like Andy used to when he was in diapers.
They were Haynes.
Yeah. Mommy was still wiping though.
Not after
When
a
you
couple
go-
of them hot dogs. Woo.
When you go to the Bears training camp, okay, and hear me out on this. Just because you don't make their team does not mean they did not they cloned you to be a top player in the league.
Yep.
You look at the Bears.
You live to their
ECHL.
expectations for a training camp.
Well, you look at the Bears, ECHL players, SPHL players, NHL coach, former NHL coach, now coaching the Bears. Go to their training camp.
You're getting all the experience. Bingo's got a great program.
So
It's hard to say.
my question is when are we going to see Jameson?
Hopefully sooner than later. I do foresee a Hubert start coming soon. And I think that's going to be the make or break for him. I think at that point, Paulie might have to say, hey, look, let's see what Jameson's got underneath his belt. Or that's when Hubert, because Hubert has had a couple good games.
Boy, yeah.
We can't just put it on him. The games that we did get blown out on, there were some saves where he should have had, but if you would have had some defensemen disrupted him at them games, it might have been a lot different.
How do you strengthen Port Huron defense?
Right now, we're missing a big factor in Ben Brockway. That's rough right now. But as we've seen this weekend, we can pull off the defense. The Bobcats did not let off on us. They were putting the pressure on us both games, and our defense stepped up. For God's sakes, the second game, what they have, 20 shots in 3 periods?
Yeah.
At the end of the second, they had 8. What does that say about our defense and our
22 had
offense?
30 or 22. At the end of the second, when I looked, Port Huron had 34.
Yep.
They ended the game with like 49 shots on goal.
Yep.
That's all offense.
That's offense.
Now,
But
where is Brockway? Is Brockway hurt?
Brockway's hoping to return in Danbury this weekend. When he was in Topeka, he did get a concussion.
Okay.
From what I'm hearing, that's not 100% confirmed.
I talked to him at the Christmas party. He does have a concussion. He's on concussion protocol, which is healthy scratch. He can come back anytime.
Yep.
But it has to be cleared through a doctor. It can't be no training staff, no nothing. It has to be cleared through a doctor. So if he does not get cleared this week, he cannot come back to Danbury. Dylan Marty will be returning his first game back, which will be the next home game.
Yep, that would be January 2nd against the Indiana Sentinels.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if we all know,
new Marty, back to the wrecking ball status.
yeah, we're going to play wrecking ball when he comes out on the ice.
I don't know about that. That's a little soft song for him. We need some bodies hit the floor for him.
Yeah, they
That
don't
man
play that
puts them
stuff
on their
anymore.
back. We got it one time last year. We begged for it, but we got it.
Now, I got looking at Bingo's schedule here. They play the Wolves 5 times.
That's a home and home for both, though.
So the 26th and 27th, they're at Watertown. The 31st, that's a home game. Back at the Wolves. At Wolves. So it's like 2 home games for, yeah. So, like, the Wolves should come out at least with 2 games. Maybe 3.
After the playoff performance last year against them, and that team was hot, they served them up a loss. Actually, yeah, they did serve them up a loss.
Then it gets interesting because they have to, back in January 9th and 10th, they have to go back down to North Carolina, play the Birds.
That's an easy win, though.
Right now, Thunderbirds aren't Twin City ain't no Carolina. That's all I'm going to say.
Well,
Yeah.
they're shaping up. They did make some moves over the week, and they took a sweep this weekend. I see their coach retiring after this year,
I can see that.
Then
but I see a
then
few
it
coaches
gets-
retiring.
the 23rd and 21st, they have to play the Ice Cats.
So, needless to say, if nobody knows, Andy knows, Richard knows, I know where this is going. They clinch playoffs by March.
for sure. There's no doubt they're going to be top seed. Unfortunately, as much as they're a love to hate group, they're a talented group that's been coached right. Now we just got to figure out. It's a David and Goliath story. Somebody's got to hit that stone.
Is most of their guys right by playoff time? CJ Stubbs is one of them. Goes to the ECHL and magically returns when it's the finals for the cup.
See, the way I see that, and this is something the Fed should look into, is if you're up there at the beginning of playoffs, yes, that team owns their rights, but you get into the finals, you can't all of a sudden just come back in the finals. That shouldn't be allowed. If you're playing up, sucks. You should have to sit for so many. Something's got to happen. I'm not even being biased against just us. Like that'd be the same way if Coop went up and we went on a tear, and all of a sudden he needs to come back for the finals.
I think there should be a rule. If you get called up for any team, Cooper, Reggie, Tucker, Frank Schumacher, anybody.
Yep.
And your team makes it to the finals, you should have to sit out the finals.
Yeah. If you've been out throughout the playoffs and you have not impacted them, or they need to have so many games. That'd be another good way to do it.
They do have that. They do have that.
Oh, really?
Because the college kids, when the collegettes come in, Port Huron has to play them. They have to have 5 games underneath their belt.
Yep. And they don't count against their roster spots.
They do not count against the roster spot either.
Or have that as if you go up and your team's in the playoffs, say first round of the playoffs, you get called up. That series or a game or how many series game that is, you don't play the first game. So if it's a 3-game series, you don't play.
That would be that satisfy me.
I think
what would satisfy me, and this goes for any team, is the point system that they put on every team. Okay, last year everybody's seen it. Carolina was stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo was stacked. Danbury was stacked. Where is the point system? Where do you draw the line in the point system? What's this point system? How do you rate your guys in this point system?
From what I've heard on that is the more years they've been in, the more points that they're put on them. Okay. And then at the end of it, it's supposedly you can't have over. I can't remember what the point was. It was explained to me last year, and that was a few beverages ago for me to exactly remember. But after so many, you reach a certain limit, and then you gotta play the game and either play a bunch of younger guys and lose your veterans, or you keep a bunch of veterans on and go for the dynasty, which we've seen Bingo do. They're trying for it.
It's, and I don't think I'm the only one that's heard it, but if this three-peat happens, does the league kind of go, hey, guys, we need to have a talk?
At that point, you can't punish them for being good.
I understand that, but again, salary cap.
Yes, very true. That, to me, everybody.
I think that's why Twin Cities having such trouble this year. I think they were brought in to the league, and they were looked into, and you don't see no Dawson Baker, who was a big factor to that team.
Yep.
Their goaltending, you don't see him anymore.
Nope.
I mean, you got Gus Ford still out there. But you don't see all these veterans. You got, the Czech line, and I think they lost one guy, so that killed them.
They got a bunch of moving pieces, and when you lose a piece of that cog, the wheel can't turn.
I mean, look at one Port Huron last year. They lost Frank Schumacher.
Yep.
This year they lost Frank Schumacher, Dan Chartrand.
Yep.
Who was the other one they lost?
Tuck.
Brady.
Tuck went to Monroe.
Tucker, Brady. There's 4 key factors, big factors.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have R2 that replaces one. You have Blake Anderson.
Connor.
You have, Nick Favaro. Blake, Nick Favaro. And it's a toss-up between Reggie and Lockney coming back.
I know this. I'm going to go. I'll speak from the heart a little bit. Lockney, he's going to be with us for a while. He could have had his chance to stay back overseas this year, and he came back. Reggie, he's the heart. To me, Reggie's the fan favorite. He's the heart and soul of Port Huron. He's a great guy, great off ice, great on ice, all around great guy. I don't think we're going to see that man move from this team. I think if we do see it, it'll be to play in a different league. I don't foresee him leaving us for another team in the Fed. He's Port Huron heart and soul. I mean, he's established here. Great guy. I don't. I'm running out of things nice to say about him. Each time I talk to him, it just shows more of his personality, more of his heart. That man's beyond hockey. I don't know if have you guys ever watched the Bauer video on him?
No, I haven't.
Where he came from. Look up on certain broadcasting network through YouTube there. It's your Bauer hockey and look up Reggie Millette. They put one heck of a story out on him of where he's came from and what he's been through and where he is now. And it's a heart wrencher. it's a good story about a guy that odds were against him and look where he's at now.
Yeah.
I've had the fortunate time of meeting his girlfriend, some of his family, and all around great people. He was given something. He was given an opportunity with something, and he played his heart out for it, and he's earned every bit of what came along. Even with the unfortunate incident, he's grown from that, and he's a stand-up guy. That anybody that has anything bad to say about Reggie, they don't know that man, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Forget bingo on them. They want to chirp the nicest guy in the league. Go ahead. And look at how many times has he been messed with, and he just sits there and smiles in their face until he got contact.
Oh yeah. But I get it. I understand his grief. When you cup check me, you don't play with another man's jingle bells.
Nope.
Nice.
And then be such a coward to not answer the call.
Yeah.
For 2 games. Glazer has a target on his back that is not forgotten. Section 9, don't let it forget. He walked by us the second game, and he sat up in the uppers there just down from us. He wasn't left alone. Did we get some stares? Yeah, but that's a coward. You're going to come out of the game because you don't want to answer the bell? Even our, I'm not going to say enforcer, but Brockway said, dude, he just needs to go take the whooping and get it over with.
That's the problem Port Huron's lacking this year's enforcers.
Yep. Losing Simmons Fisher was a big thing. We had that answer.
And you forgot about Adam Hines, though. They lost him, too.
Oh, yeah. Forgot Heinze. Forgot Nusi. Losing Nusi Einen. I get it.
Yoshi retires.
Yeah. Oh, Yoshi. Shout out Yoshi. Good guy there.
We're in January. You see, we still got 2 months of hockey left. You never know what's going to come down the pipeline.
But now is where the points count.
Yeah.
Yep. This is where it's going to
happen. You can't, like last year, I watched Port Huron and a couple other teams fight for points. And Port Huron has done tremendous this year on taking the points and stacking them up now. Before, I mean, this time last year, I hate to say, but Port Huron would have been in 3rd place.
Yep. I think actually it was 4th. I think we were in 4th last year. 4th or 5th, actually. We were riding low.
You know, I mean, and don't forget, season ends. The expansion draft happens, 3 weeks after?
Yep. Once again, we're in an expansion year.
You have 2 new teams, from what I hear. 2 new teams coming.
No.
Well, we've got Thief River Falls joining in.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Rockers coming back.
Yeah, and you might have one in Chicago, Illinois.
Ooh.
To fill that gap.
Then you still have an odd division.
Yeah.
You will have, I mean, you might have to play an odd division for a year.
Why would they do that? Why would you keep 7 and 8 when you kind of want to keep it even?
When I first started watching them, they were in an odd division.
Yeah, wasn't
The
2016, there was only 5 or 6 teams, or 6 or 7 teams in the league.
There were 7 teams in the league. And
But
then
now,
when Port Huron was in the Empire, the Continental, or not the Empire, the Continental, I'm sorry, the Empire division had one more team than the other division.
Yes, you are right.
but now you also got to remember, since we're going to bring in a Minnesota team and the Rockers, you're going to have to do a conference realignment.
And that might be a
Minnesota-
welcome shakeup.
So who goes where? Like,
I think Topeka changes because they're so close to the south.
I think Topeka is going to end up staying in ours.
You think so?
Yeah. Honestly, it's going to be close. You got Minnesota just north, and you got us. You're going to have Rockers down towards the south end of Michigan. You got us. There's going to be a little bit of drive time. I see why they did the realignment the way they did this year to prevent a lot of drive time and the wear and tear and the cost on ownership of making the trips to, let's say, us going to Monroe and all that. But at that point, does that drown out the quality of hockey? Because what's going to be rough for any of these teams going into them finals, you don't know what they're capable of. You have to watch a lot of video. And what have you been doing for all this time? You've been playing against other teams that you.
My biggest scare is
got to
the
learn.
expansion draft. No one's safe.
You get to hold so many players.
You get to hold 10.
That's core. Keep your
That is
core. You
core.
can always trade and get them back.
But then there's that point system. If I let's say I'm in the expansion draft, Andy, you're Matt Graham, Richard, you're Robbie Nichols. Hey, I want Chartrand. Hey, Matt, I want Lucas Lockney.
See, that one wouldn't happen because we keep him locked up. Speaking in expansion, I will probably see it go this way. Who's going to be our save list? Obviously, Reggie. We're going to see Brockway saved. We're going to see Lockney. After this, so far, the performance and what he's brought to the table, Hecula. You're going to see, well, I'm running out of names. You're going to see, it's
Blake
getting late.
Anderson.
Boy. Yeah, Blake Anderson. You're going to probably see Busy stick around. Parsons, he's talking retiring after this year. If I foresee him.
I talked to Parsons yesterday, skate players. This is his last year.
So we're going to lose a key defenseman there. That's going to be rough. That's where we're on our shambles right now is defense.
I mean, he could be just saying that. I don't know.
He's played a lot. He's been a pest for all these years.
But he made it clear he did not want to play for any other team for his last year unless it was Port Huron.
Yep. He loves the fans. He loves the city. It's always a good time with Parsons here in Port Huron.
I wish I could find they had a map of the teams, but
Just draw it out, color in with your coloring.
But I kind of think they're gonna. I think if it's gonna be 8-8, someone's gonna have to flop. Either you cut the map diagonally and put everyone that's on the East Coast in the East Coast and keep everyone central over. Like you count.
What I think they're doing, I can agree with the Minnesota team. You think hockey, you think Minnesota. I'm going to go with that route. But we got to figure out what's around us. We got Illinois, we've got
Indiana,
Ohio, we've got Pennsylvania, we shouldn't be going so far west yet. We should be focusing on East. Still, we got a lot of East Coast left, and we got just off the East Coast. You got a Tennessee team, a Kentucky team. We should be working our way south before we go west.
Let's go Florida.
I think Florida's too far.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
They're going to go. It's going for that too with hockey down there. If anything, you're going to see it in the
No, I
Panhandle.
say they add 2 teams to that division, Florida and Texas.
It's too far west.
You think
Too
so?
way too early for a west move like that. Topeka would be about as far as I'd go right now. I would literally just start moving south. There shouldn't only be 2 Michigan teams. There should be 2 in Ohio. There should be 2 in Indy. We got to start working that way. Minnesota, you could see 3 teams with as big as that is and how prevalent hockey is in that community. But I wouldn't go west any farther. As a league, yes, seeing more money coming in, you got to look at where hockey is primarily played. You start going to the Midwest and stuff like that. That's hockey out here. But once you start going farther west, you can't go to Utah. It's a single A league. If we get it that far, these players need a lot more money.
Oh yeah.
That's all I can say. I mean, what they make enough to be comfortable, but not enough to provide.
I say basically Topeka, that's where the line's at, right there.
100%.
You got 2 teams in Louisiana. Well, no, 1 team in Louisiana. You got the Breakers. So we're pretty far south. I don't think we can go to Florida. We got 2 teams in Georgia.
Yep.
So let's get centralized in Ohio, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky.
Yeah, there's lots of room for expansion heading south from us.
Yeah.
And lots of room in these states for more than 1 team. I think that would bring more quality hockey, be more competitive compared to the 3-day bus trip or 2-day bus trip. Got to stop, stay in a hotel halfway. But, well, now we don't. We got the wonderful sleeper bus. LJ loves the top bunk from what I hear.
I hear he loves the top bunk too. But I also heard he does laundry pretty good too. So I got some socks that need to be washed.
I kind of think that they're going to have to do a conference realignment. I don't like facing bingo. I don't. I kind of wish it would be bingo and Port Huron for the cup. I think that
No. That's cutting out quality teams. I like Athens.
I gotta eat a Hershey's Kiss on that one.
You got Monroe. I want to see Tuck and Schumacher back in Port Huron playing for the cup. Plus, I got a helmet I need to get signed that I bought last year.
Oh, do you?
But I mean, I guess we're gonna have to find out. But I don't know what Minnesota's name is gonna be. I heard it's called the Northern Lights. Is that true?
I've heard that. I mean, could be worse.
Could be better.
Could be better. Could
You're
be
in
worse.
Minnesota. Like, we need to be like called the Vikings or the Northmen or
No, let's not give Alex Johnson pride and joy. Okay, 'cause he'll ask for a helmet just to rub it in the Lion's face.
Oh, for sure.
But I guess, gentlemen, it's 9:00. So I mean, I don't know what you guys' day is going to be like, but I thank you, Andy, for hopping on here and
Of course.
chit-chatting with us.
It's a pleasure. No, I have no problem doing it any other time as well. If you ever need a third man in for a little insight.
I think we should. We usually do this on Sundays. I think Andy should be part of the show every Sunday as the third man.
I mean, if you guys are in, I'm free most of them. It's my last day off before the beginning of the work week, and if I'm welcomed, I will gladly come on and join you for the conversations, and of course, chatting with guests. I did miss out on the wonderful Gino Mini. Miss him. His mother actually used to sit just below me in section 13 when I sat up there, and that woman can chirp.
Yeah,
She was a proud hockey.
I have lined up for the schedule. I have an Austin Federley. I have an Alex Johnson. I have a Justin Schmidt. And I'm trying to get Robbie Nichols.
Robbie'd be a good one. Lots of hockey IQ from him. Hate to verse him. Hate the guy when he's playing against us, but he is got some hockey knowledge. Just wish he'd have some fashion knowledge with them dang shoes, man.
I mean, you can tell him that when we interview him, but
I'll be there for it.
he's always got the dog too to pet, so don't forget about the dog.
I guess that we got our tricycle.
We do have a tricycle now. That's cool. That's cool.
He's
gonna come in next week with a clown nose and a horn. But did you subscribe to the channel?
I have to do that right after we get off of here.
Alrighty.
This video probably won't be up until tomorrow.
Okay.
So
This
it will
one,
be
this
on.
one can be up whenever, I guess.
Yeah.
It was just it was a round two. We were going to talk hockey, and then we got interviewing Gino Mini, and it was and then we took a break, and then I'm like, well, we didn't even talk hockey.
Then Andy came on.
And then Andy came on, and then we talked about the realignment of the teams, and
I'll do my little bit of research for some fun topics as well. There's plenty out there in the hockey world, especially with the Olympics coming up again.
I have 2 days of work, and then I'm off, I think, until the 5th of January.
That's the joys of that. See, I'm working Christmas Day even, can't turn down the double time. Don't get my son till 2:30 that day. So Christmas Day would be a wonderful one as always with my family. But the work week still remains 5 days for me.
So here we go. Before we let Andy, all of us go. Andy, turn around real quick. Who is in that picture?
That's my old man.
That's your old man?
That's my dad. He passed away back in 2010. He passed back then. Lost him the year before I had my son.
Oh,
So that's the man that molded me into the man I am now. And then I can't forget, unfortunately, in 21, I lost my mother.
oh man.
That was big. That was a big hit. Changed me a lot, but
Sorry to
back.
hear
I'm
that,
back.
Andy.
who I used to be.
And now he's podcasting.
Now
All
I'm
right,
joining
boys.
the podcast.
I'm out of here.
Gentlemen, have a wonderful one. Enjoy your holiday.
You too. Tell the kid I said hi.
I will for sure.
Maybe he's got a phone, right?
Yes, he does.
Oh, this could be a fun podcast real quick.
I'll have to media train him because he does not have a filter. He's like his father.
Oh, boy.
Well, we'll just
We'll
leave
take
that
it.
one there.
We'll take a minute on that one.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when he's ready for TV time.
All right. I will. I'll put the schedule up, and we'll get together for a schedule after Christmas. Maybe even that Sunday because there's games that weekend.
Sounds good, gentlemen.
All right. See you then.
See you later, Andy.
Later, brother.
Woo!
Well, Justin, that was awesome.
We concluded our weekend recap.
Yep.
We started out with Gino Mini. Thank you, Gino. You the man. We have a third guy in our podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Andy Klein, who will be joining us every Sunday now. And, of course, you know me, I'm Justin, and that's Big Burly Richard there. And I think I should change my name to something else, though.
Well, Justin, I will talk to you after Christmas. You have a happy
I'm
Christmas.
sure you'll text me before then, or I'll text you before then. I'm going to start looking up topics and stuff and try to get this YouTube to go to 50 subscribers. We can go live on YouTube and we can get questions and answers done right through the fan page.
That will be awesome. I guess we got some homework to do over the wonderful Christmas break.
And is Richard going to change his name in the logo? Only time will tell. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, folks. Have a happy and safe holiday.
See you, Richard.
See you, Justin.